Honestly, I didn't even know if I wanted to record this today, but I had a thought last night that completely messed me up, and I can't stop thinking about it. I want to talk about this massive lie that we all sell ourselves as guys. It's this quiet belief that the life we're living right now, today, this exact Tuesday, is just the prologue. It's just the setup. Think about how your brain works. You go to work, you come home, you pay your bills, or you play a few games, and then you go to sleep. And the whole time, in the back of your head, you're telling yourself, I'm just getting through this phase. My real life is going to start later. You convince yourself that there is this magical point in the future. Maybe when you hit a certain salary, or you finally get your own place, or you meet the right person, or maybe you lose 20 pounds. And that's when the movie actually begins. You treat your current existence like you're just sitting in a waiting room, flipping through magazines, waiting for the receptionist to call your name so your real life can finally begin. But here's a thought that hit me last night, and it's terrifying. What if they never call your name? What if this isn't the waiting room? What if the average, boring, slightly stressful Tuesday that you just lived is just the actual movie? You've been waiting for the main character moment to happen for years, but the camera has been rolling the entire time. You're spending your absolute prime years completely checked out, treating your youth like a rough draft that you're maybe going to rewrite later, but there is no later. Here's a trap with living in the future you fantasy. It gives you an excuse to completely disconnect from the present. When you believe that your current life is just a temporary stepping stone, you stop putting effort into it. You let your apartment get messy because, you'll just decorate when you get home. You stay in this mediocre shape because maybe you'll go to the gym next year when your schedule clears up a little bit more. You let your friendships slowly die out because you figure you'll make it better friends when you finally move to that new city you've been talking about for 3 years. You sacrifice the reality of today for a fantasy of tomorrow that doesn't actually exist. And the worst part is, the goalpost always moves. Remember when maybe you were 18? You thought, man, once I'm 21 and I have my own money, everything is going to be perfect. Then you hit 21 and it was just stressful. You just said, okay, once I'm 25 and I have a solid job, then I'll be happy. You are constantly projecting your happiness into the future. You build this version of future you in your head who is confident, rich, in shape, and has no problems. And you compare your current, tired, and maybe messy self to that flawless ghost. It's a game you can never ever win. You end up grieving the present moment while you're still in it. You miss out on the good parts of your 20s or 30s because you're too busy stressing about how they are not matching the script you wrote in your head when you were a teenager. I'm not saying this to depress you, and I'm definitely not going to give you some motivational speech about how seizing the day or living in the moment. That stuff never works anyway. I'm just bringing this up because it is a harsh, brutal reality check that I had to swallow. And I think a lot of us need to swallow it. The future you that you're waiting to become, he's not coming to save you. There's the magical morning where you wake up and suddenly all your habits are fixed, or your bank account is full, and you finally feel like an adult. This is it. I mean, the guy you are right now, the life you have right now, these struggles you're dealing with right now. This is the peak. This is the ride. It's scary to admit that because it means taking the training wheels off. It means accepting that if you're miserable today, you can't just brush it off as a temporary phase. You actually have to sit in it. Alright, I think that was it for today's episode. If you're sitting there right now realizing that you've been living your life in pause for the last 3 years, just take a breath. Don't panic. You didn't ruin your life, but you have to stop waiting for the perfect conditions to start living in. And perfect conditions are a myth. It's always going to be a little bit messy. You're always going to be a little bit tired. Your bank account is always going to have a dent in it. If you wait until everything is flawless to finally let yourself be happy, you're going to be waiting until you're in the ground. Look around you. This is your life. Stop waiting for the sequel and start actually being here for the movie that's actually playing right now. We are all figuring it out as we go. So give yourself some grace. Alright. We'll see you guys in the next one.